It is my honor and pleasure to chat with you today.
Thank
Thank
you. You
you.
too.
It's also my birthday.
Happy
Oh,
birthday.
So
really?
what
It's my mother's birthday today,
wow.
actually. Yeah.
Gemini's everywhere you look.
Gemini's. Yeah, there you go.
You can't get rid of them. And wow, the Gilded Age. What a terrific series this is. And I love a good um, series that's got costuming and it seems to be that everybody in this is just joyful to be on set with these people.
We are.
Um, Christina, talk to me a little bit about your character, Agnes, and putting on her skin.
Oh, I love it. I love Agnes. I love inhabiting her. I love inhabiting a woman who's so sure of herself and sure of her own opinions and convinced that she's right. It's a real lesson for me because as Christine, I'm not that assertive and I tend to backpedal and worry if people will be maybe take things the wrong way or misunderstand or I might hurt someone's feelings. And Agnes is just head on, she says what she means what she says. And I like playing that. I love inhabiting a character like that.
She's a woman before her time.
Oh, I think though there were a lot of ladies like that. They were survivors and they curiously helped create the society of the Gilded Age. They were tough. They had a certain place in the society, but within that place, they maneuvered and had to make the best of it and in many ways move the society forward.
And Cynthia, this character you're playing, is unlike anything you've played before.
Yes, she's certainly very different than Miranda, I will say that. Yeah, she's very she's sort of like a child woman, really. She's full of enthusiasm and romantic ideas and optimism. And what we see in this season is after her tragic losses last season, all of a sudden she has a new lease on life and she's the head of the household. And for the first time in her life, she's in charge not only of herself, but in charge of a fortune and an entire household. And she has a lot of it's a steep learning curve. She has a lot of learning to do.
I love the way the arcs are working in this series as well. The writing is so crisp, so wonderful.
Yes.
Christine, what do you think audiences take away from each episode?
Well, oh gosh, they probably take away so much. I would advise people to watch the episodes several times because there's so much to take in any one episode. If nothing else, just the what went into creating these scenes, these sets, these costumes, this world. There's so much detail. We actually saw a screening last night on a big screen, like a movie theater screen, and I was astonished to see how cinematic it is and how much detail there was. And I didn't know where to look. There was so much to take in. But I think people will come away with mainly a sense of how much change was happening in that society, and there were all these rules and traditions, and then they were being broken, and people were pushing back against the status quo, or people were having to adjust to
Mhm.
new realities, as frankly as we are now. We're not quite sure, any of us, where any of this is going, this present moment we're living in. And I think people then didn't, there was a very strict set of behavioral rules and traditions, but the ground was shifting underneath people, and the young people were feeling it and wanting to break old traditions and have their freedom. And the older generation, like Agnes, which was very intimidated by it all. And so there's a lot to take in. It's a wonderful period of American history in which to place a drama.
Our time is nearly up, and I just want to thank you both,
Oh,
Cynthia, for all the hours of entertainment that you've given us, and Christine, my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies is Bowfinger, and nobody ever
I know.
talks about it.
Isn't it so funny? I watched it recently. Oh my gosh, that scene with the dog in the parking lot. Honestly, it's an underrated film. It's one of the funniest movies I ever did.
Yeah, I just talked to Heather Graham about it as well, and
Did
she
you?
was she was
That was like her first big movie. Yeah, it was. I think it's one of Eddie's best movies ever.
and Cynthia, thank you so much for all that you've done, Sex in the City and all that. It's just what a wonderful career you've had.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're having, I should say.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
thank you. You mustn't discuss us in the
Yeah,
past then. Not quite yet.
well, you kids have a great day.